It's week 2 of the National Football League.
And we've got the Bengals, bruising running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Bengals and the Cardinals on Monday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2000. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running with power here. How did he stay on his feet? And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ball game.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready.
Back to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, They look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the...
On the ready. Let's go. Ready?
They go play action here on first down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
From the 43, here's a second down and 6.
Here we go. Set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, all Nichols in there to bury him for a loss of 11. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Fighting through pressure. Forced out to his left. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Right.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to...
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Staying on his feet, eluding the pressure right. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. "33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Open man here is Benson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Michael Penix, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Bo Nix, 3 touchdown passes.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
The Bengals offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to him.
Got it. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Keeps himself up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 60 yards.
And the Bengals have opened the lead up to 30.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3.
Set. Hut. Set.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Oh, he shifts past him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 242 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. It's their quarterback. 59 yards. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Power running by Zeke. Room here to run. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 12-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 51 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Charlie Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now hold everything because we got an injury, and it's a notable one. Ezekiel Elliott in some discomfort following that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Dalton here from the gun. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, what a move. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Dalton. Steps away to his left. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. This a 2nd and 8. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
1st down, Bengals.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they take a knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, They're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home